Not enough security? Yeah, clearly. Look at these other bystanders. So she was just hit. Irina Zarutska was just hit right there, and the other bystanders are doing nothing. Absolutely nothing to help her. This chick in the red right here just doesn't even care. She's getting up to get off the train, doesn't even care that a woman next to her is literally dying. At least call the police or something. Here's another new angle of the slightly less edited footage.
It looks staged. I'm just saying. So she looked up at the black woman.
Oh, horrible. So everyone saw that. Everyone in that previous video saw that. They're sitting right there. There's a dude who just walks by. There's blood all over the floor, all over Irina's clothes. She starts to pass out. No one does a thing. No one goes up to her. No one tries to help her. No one calls the police. They just watch her. You can see that woman's hands right there. And still, she does nothing. And there she is, just slowly bleeding out. And the guy's looking at her. He's standing right there and looking at her. And look, in her bedroom, Irina, she has Black Lives Matter right there on her door. So she supported them. They did not support her. No one helped her. People on CNN and legacy media are saying that it's like Charlie Kirk and MAGA influencers who are racializing this story and making it about race, saying the word white repeatedly, but actually the kid himself said, I got that white girl right after attacking her. And in fairness, you have plenty of other white people on the train here too, people of other ethnicities, and they're not doing anything either. And it's unclear what they even see at this point, because maybe these people just see the girl sitting in her seat, Irina, and holding herself. And in fairness, she's not screaming, so maybe people just don't know what's going on. And a lot of these people probably aren't really helping out because they don't want to end up like Daniel Penny, where they're just tied up in court and potentially going to prison for years.
Hurt people hurt people. What happened was horrible, but it becomes an opportunity for people to jump on bandwagons. And then for someone like Charlie Kirk, he should be ashamed of himself. No one mentioned the word race, white, black, or anything except him. What people mention is the horror of what happened to this young woman.
Wrong. The killer said I got that white girl. Sorry, there's video, dude. But also, I'm so sick of this hurt people. If that killer has schizophrenia, I don't give a shit. Lock him up. Put him behind bars. What the hell are we doing?
Who are mentally ill. You have a hard time knowing that you are mentally ill. But also, I mean, people like Charlie Kirk, they've been looking for opportunities to make this some sort of like reciprocal George Floyd situation. And that's the part that I think he's almost giving away the game. And it's sad to see a lot of people going along with it.
The game? What game? The fact of the matter is that when a black person is the victim, the news media turns it into the biggest story ever. It literally justifies whole progressive reform movements in terms of decriminalizing crime, Soros-funded DAs, letting people out of jail, not prosecuting people. The killer himself was in jail 14 times and released. So the whole George Floyd panic and hysteria had real-world consequences that are now crashing and burning major American cities. What game?
Let me just say a couple of things. One is, what happened to that young woman was horrible. And it's everybody's nightmare. If you're in any public space, a subway, whatever, that something bad's going to happen to you or somebody you care about. So it does strike a chord. We don't know why that man did what he did. And for Charlie Kirk to say, we know he did it because she's white, when there's no evidence of that, it's just pure race-mongering, hate-mongering. It's wrong. Then he says that if something like that had happened the other way, there would be sweeping changes imposed on society. Where is the George Floyd Policing Act? It didn't pass. Even when you had a white police officer murder a black man on live television, the whole world saw, there were no sweeping changes. In fact, not one law was passed at the federal level.
Yeah, while federal legislation stalled, states and localities actually enacted hundreds of changes between 2020 and 2021, including bans on chokeholds, no-knock warrants. You had Larry Krasner, DA in Philly. You had George Gascon in LA. You had Chesa Boudin in San Francisco and Kim Foxx in Chicago, who expanded diversion for nonviolent crimes. They dismissed thousands and thousands of cases, reduced thousands of sentences via plea reform, reforms, explicitly linking these reforms to the Floyd protests. All of these DAs in these major cities contributed to a 15 to 20% national drop in pretrial incarceration from 2020 to 2022. Hell, California basically made it legal to steal up to $1,000. That's why looting turned into an organized criminal operation. But one federal bill didn't pass, so nothing happened after George Floyd. Okay.
Horrific new video of a Ukrainian refugee's murder caught on camera. It is absolutely horrific. Trump is now seizing on this to push his nationwide crackdown.
When your severe asthma says you can't,
Sorry
Tezspire
about that.
says you can. Tezspire is an add-on treatment
Put his ass to death.
that helps you
It is absolutely horrific. Trump is now seizing on this to push his nationwide crackdown.
So somehow the Ukrainian refugee being murdered in broad daylight on the North Carolina train is Trump's fault. Wow, that is late stage terminal freaking TDS. Erin Burnett, who used to be pretty tight with Trump back in the day. I know she remembers that.
Most murders in the U.S. never become national news. This one's garnered attention for a couple of reasons. Number one, first and foremost, the recent release of that gruesome video. Second, the energy from pro-Trump activists. They picked up on this video from local news and ran with it. It's a little bit like the times when civil rights groups have raised attention about police-involved shootings. In this case, it is Trump-aligned influencers who are posting up a storm about this case on social media. Really, over the weekend, Elon Musk, Charlie Kirk, other Trump-aligned figures succeeded in making this senseless death a symbol of big city crime. We heard President Trump asked about it yesterday when he was heading home from New York City. He didn't seem to know much about it. He said he would get briefed, and then today, Trump did know all about it. That's exactly what has happened here. This story has trickled up from local news to social media and now to the president's attention. And it's being used, as you said, Brianna, as a political symbol, with MAGA media calling for more forceful punishments and more incarceration. I have to say, some of the replies to Musk, some of the comments around this story are baldly racist, stoking fear of African Americans because this man attacked a white woman. The open racism on sites like X today, it's eye-popping. But there are also legitimate questions about this so-called career criminal, someone who had been a repeat offender. And those questions, I hope they're not lost amid all of the cesspool kind of comments on social media.
So he admits that BLM supporters used to use social media and viral clips to gin up public rage and even affect policy, but when MAGA does it, when Trump does it, it's racism. Okay. So it's no surprise then that a lot of blue cities are refusing to release surveillance footage showing black suspects committing violent crimes because, as their argument goes, the truth makes people racist. Here